Hello everyone, a very good afternoon. Right now it is 3:30 Indian Standard Time and 1400 hours, right? 2 p.m. in the afternoon Dubai Standard Time. A very warm welcome and a very warm afternoon to each and every one of you present over here. I hope everyone had their lunch. I hope everyone is, concentrating and is ready to understand and analyze how the markets have concluded for today, right? Right now, since it is 3:30 p.m. England Standard Time, the markets have concluded for the day. But nonetheless, we will still look at how the markets have performed and we will analyze how well our, trade holdings have been functioning as well. So let me start today's introduction quickly. All right, let me start today's live streaming session with my introduction. So I am Harsh. I have 8 years of trading experience, right? I trade the forex markets, the commodity markets such as oil, gold, silver, as well as the US indices such as S&P 500, Dow Jones 30, and the Nasdaq 100. I am more of a technical trader who specializes in technical analysis, right? Such as supply and demand, price action, order flow analysis, swing analysis, wave analysis, and Fibonacci retracement analysis as well. I have been blessed, I have been mentored by some of the best minds in the financial industry under their guidance of people who have acted as flow traders on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Based on their experience and expertise, I have had the privilege and I have been truly blessed when it comes to acquiring knowledge from such, beautiful minds, who have functioned on the floors of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. It has been it's been a very fantastic opportunity for me. I have even handled around 20 million worth of portfolios and have been able to generate around 30 to 35% returns on an annual basis. The reason we are disclosing this information is so that you can understand and be rest assured that the information that is being provided to you is provided by someone who is genuine, who has the qualifications, who has the experience to back it up, and the knowledge as well. So I can see Sophia in the chat house. Hello, Sophia. I hope you're having a great afternoon and I hope you have a great evening as well. Thank you for being a part of this lively community because your presence makes me feel more confident, makes me feel more committed to providing you with top notch quality education in terms of and even analysis and trading opportunities when the English share market is open. Let me ask each and everyone present in today's live streaming session, do you think it is possible to make money in the financial markets? Or do you think that we do not know whether it is possible to make money in the financial markets? If you think so, if you think yes, it is possible, comment down in the chat box. You can write one. And if you think that it is not possible, or maybe you are not aware of how it works, you can type two. All right. Many people who come to these live trading sessions are always curious to understand because they know from within that yes, there are people who are making good amount of money in the Indian stock market, but maybe they are not aware when it comes to the knowledge or the resources or the right kind of people, correct? So that is the reason we are here. I, Harsh, from Dolphin Markets, are completely committed in terms of providing you with top notch quality content, right? Content in terms of analysis, in terms of identifying and analyzing and providing you trading opportunities as well as education, right? Education pertaining to technical analysis. You are getting, the best of everything when it comes to such live streaming session. Our main goal of Dolphin Markets is to provide you with such valuable information that can make you money and that can teach you also, right? So we believe in the philosophy of earning and learning, correct? So we want you to make money by earning, by following our live streaming sessions, and also learn, right? As in how we provide you with education, especially related to technical analysis. I hope people are able to understand. Let us look exactly how our live streaming session proceeds, right? So we always start with informing our beloved community members that we have been consistently performing and been able to generate profits based on, all the way from 18th of September to 7th of November, right? 7th of November is the last Thursday of last week, correct? So with the consistency kept in mind, with when the trades were placed, what was the name of the trade of the stock, the opening time, the price at which we had entered, as well as the closing time, the take profit, and the profit generated, right? We want to showcase that yes, we have the credibility in terms of providing you with trading opportunities that can make you money, right? We are not talking about one or two trades. We are talking about consistently delivering an average profitability of 5%, right? Over the last 2 months, with a sample size of 34 trades, right? 34 is quite a significant number, which showcases that yes, we haven't made money on one or two trades. 34 trades have been taken in 2 months, and we have been able to generate a cumulative profitability of 135%, right? You can very well be rest assured that trades have been placed recently, right? Even if you feel that September is too far away, you can look at the trades that have been provided to you last week, right? On the 7th of November. Trades provided on D-Dave Plastic, which was listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange, as well as Ashima Limited, listed on the National Stock Exchange. We had provided to you the opportunities to go long on both the trades, as well as once prices had come closer to our target areas, we had also informed our beloved community members that yes, the trade has approached. Now is the time to close trades and make money. All right, it is clearly visible to each and everyone that we have been consistent in delivering results, right? And as well as we do have trades that are running, the markets are going to do what they have to do. We as analysts are here to find high probability trades, right? Trades that have higher probability of making profits, right? But having said that, there are certain market conditions where it could be microeconomic conditions or macroeconomic conditions, right? Conditions such as and geopolitical uncertainty across the globe, the foreign investment institutions pulling our funds from the Indian economy because they're getting better rates or better investment opportunities in economies like China and US, right? Mr. Trump has won the US elections, and that has brought a lot of optimism into the US economy, and that showcases that yes, the FIs are pulling out funds from the Indian economy and are investing it in the other economies. So such factors, when they are at play, it is not possible for the economy to be optimistic when the real scenarios are pessimistic or uncertain, right? But nonetheless, even though the US indices have corrected drastically, right, around 9.5% in the month of October itself, we have still been able to prove ourselves in the last 2 months, not just October, but September as well, with 135% profitability over a span of 34 trades, all right, in less than 2 months. I hope people are able to understand the value that we are able to provide to you. Such trades taken have showcased that yes, it is possible, and trades have just occurred last week. So please, this is a sign which is telling you that yes, please attend the sessions, please be attentive. when the Indian stock market is open, and during those sessions when we are having our live streaming sessions, you should be making sure to be present. Keep your brokerage account, your trading account open as well, since we are providing you recommendations and we are not affiliated with any such Indian broker. You would have to open your own brokerage account with whichever broker you feel is best for you, and we provide your services in terms of where to enter, where to exit, right? Which stock to pick up, what direction to go, which price level to enter, and which price level to close your profit target. So we provide you with all the information. All you have to do is attend the live streaming sessions, make sure your trading account is open, and the moment the trading opportunities are shared to you, now when they arise is always uncertain, right? We are evaluating the financial markets, we are checking for opportunities, but as and how the opportunities come up, they can be, instant and uncertain at times. So we might be talking about a particular topic, and all of a sudden we might have a hot stock into play. That is the time when I would be making sure to providing you the trading hot stock recommendation as soon as possible. So from my side, I am doing my part in providing you with money making opportunities, but you have to do your part by making sure you attend the live streaming sessions, as well as keep the brokerage, your trading account open, so that once a trade is provided, you can react on it quickly. Remember, money is made only when you take action, right? If you do not take action, either because you are uncertain or you are not sure in terms of how well the performance has been, that is completely the reason we are showcasing you our detailed and elaborative financial sheet, in terms of showcasing all the descriptions, all the descriptive details of what, why, when, and how. All the reasons have been mentioned, and we have also showcased you not just our profitable trades, right? We are showcasing even the trades that we have provided to you and are, unfortunately not going in our desired direction. But you do not have to worry, correct? Because we are going to make sure, in terms of improvising as and how the market conditions are shifting, we will do our part in making sure that we let you know what is the next step of action. Should we enter, should we wait, any other instruction that has to be provided from me, I will let you know at the earliest. With so much of information being provided at such high value, people have to understand that this value that is being provided is very, very high value. All right, so we generally provide our services to VIPs, all right, because they are the ones who are willing to take action by clicking the button, taking trades, and making money. But since we are in the process of marketing, right, we have just entered the Indian markets, and we are marketing and creating awareness to the Indian public in terms of analyzing the potential that we have and showcasing it to the public. We have kept our streaming sessions open, right? We have kept it public for anyone and everyone who is interested to be a part of dolphin markets, and who wants to understand and analyze the potential that we are offering you. So that is the reason we have kept it open for any and every investor. And since the quality of information that is being provided is top notch, is of A1 quality, we are only keeping these sessions live and public for the next 2 to 3 weeks, right? So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you would be able to utilize all the benefits of us providing you this kind of valuable information at zero cost, no cost at all, right? But later on, like I said, since this is a limited time offer, after 2 or 3 weeks, we would be shifting to private live streaming sessions, right? And those will be only accessible by those who have become a part of dolphin markets as well. All right, so now let us go and check the charts in terms of how the markets have concluded for today. Remember, guys and girls, the time is 3:47. So the Indian stock market has closed. The Indian stock market has concluded for today. But nonetheless, let's quickly just have a look at what the entire movement has been. Price volatility index has gapped up and fallen down by almost 1.7%. In terms of our watch list, based on the trades that we had provided to you, currently Hind oil is still going bearish. D-Dave plastic has been done and dusted for people who have taken into consideration what had been discussed. Great job, right? Then we looked at Annapurna. Annapurna, as you can see, this had also been mentioned quite elaboratively in terms of we were expecting prices to, reverse from the resistance area at 410, all right, 410 to 420 area. Prices have done exactly that and are reacting to the resistance. So for people who had entered at entry number one, entry number two, and entry number three have made profit overall, right? Entry number two and entry number three have made significant profits, right? In terms of the profitability that had been generated based on entry number three, we are sitting at almost a 13.5% profitability just on one entry, right? We're talking about entry number three. In terms of entry number two, we had seen almost an appreciation by 7.5%, right? 7.5% profitability. And that is the reason we make sure to provide you, updated recommendations in terms of either the price, if it's not holding at entry one and we are getting prices at a cheaper value, so we provide you with better entry level so that your average price reduces, right? And if your, one second, let me change the color. So if your average price is, getting better and better, the moment prices reverse, you are able to make good profits, right? So currently Annapurna has done what it has to do. Prices were above the average price for all the three trades. For those who have closed, good job, all right? Then we looked at RBL Bank, and RBL Bank again. Remember, guys and girls, men and beautiful women, today's day has been very bearish. I had mentioned the article where it had showcased that since the RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, has not decided to cut interest rates, right? So there has been a lot of panic in terms of businesses suffering because with this particular piece of information that has been provided by them, there is a chance of inflation rising, and if inflation is rising, the purchasing power of the consumers drastically falls down. And if the consumer spending of the customers, of the consumers, falls down, how will the company generate consistent profits, right? So that is the reason today's day has been more of a panic situation where prices have just been falling. Almost all the sectors as of today have been bearish, right? They all have been having a bearish sentiment, including the auto. The auto sector has taken the biggest impact, followed by the banking sector. So currently, as per RBL Bank, we are seeing that prices are still retracing lower. We will update you as and how the market conditions are are the way we will improvise based on the market conditions, which would be happening tomorrow, right? Since the markets are closed for today, we cannot do anything. We will see how the markets open tomorrow and we will provide you with the required instructions. All right. Now looking at the next trade, Evantel has been a clear example of understanding why it is important, why it is crucial for people to keep their brokerage account, their trading account open, as well as they need to make sure to attend all the live streaming sessions, right? This trade was provided to you with an entry between, let me use the arrow. So this trade was provided to you with an entry between 165 and 170, right? So people who had taken instant action after the trading idea, after the hot stock was shared to you, have made the 5% target. Reason is, I'm pretty sure a lot of you people would be asking in terms of Harsh, yes, you are, letting us know the date of entry, the stock, the ticker symbol or the stock code, and the entry price and the 5%. But then why are you mentioning the first target and second target when you're focusing on the 5%? See, we are showcasing potential levels where prices can go till, but our main focus as of now is to showcase our credibility when it comes to performance. We can take trades and hold and wait for it to hit target, but since our targets are quite far away, we have understood, we have analyzed that over the long run, we want to showcase that people are able to make money consistently. And we have analyzed and we have come to the conclusion that 5% target is the right number when it comes to consistent returns, right? So rather than waiting for prices to go, far away to hit our targets, we want to make money consistently, right? That is the whole point. Since we have been aiming for the 5% target mark, you can clearly see that we have been able to take more number of trades. The more number of trades we have been able to take, the more probabilities of making quick profits, right? And we have been doing fantastically well, right? These numbers are incredible. There is no other broker out there who would be providing you such top notch quality content, and that too at zero cost, right? So please make sure to take advantage of these sessions to improve your learning and your earning as well. Be aware it's going to be available only for the next 2 to 3 weeks, right? Since we would be focusing on our VIP customers who are willing to be a part of Dolphin Markets and share a relationship, share a bond with us for the long term. All right. So that is the reason we have been talking about such important criteria when it comes to entry. When will a trading hot stock recommendation be shared to you? It is uncertain, right? The markets are moving, the markets are evolving on a day to day basis. The moment we are able to analyze and it comes into our radar when that yes, this particular stock has a good probability of working in our favor, we will provide you the trading opportunity, right? The hot stock recommendation. So people who had entered at 165, look at the way prices came perfectly to the entry level and has hit target, not just once but twice, right? Not just once but twice. Currently the prices have been taking a big setback because of the uncertainty that is currently happening. So we will see what has to be done. But for people who have followed my steps, who have entered at the best price, at the earliest price possible, have made good profits, right? Have made the 5% profit. Looking at Poonawalla, this particular stock, a hot stock recommendation was given to you yesterday as well. We expected prices to continue higher. Remember, we have done our due diligence when it comes to analyzing the markets. We were aware that prices are currently creating a head and shoulder pattern. Prices have been reacting to the head and shoulder pattern, inverse head and shoulder pattern, and we were expecting that prices should continue. But unfortunately, prices are again, continuing down. Why? Because of various macroeconomic factors, due to geopolitical uncertainty, due to FIIs pulling out funds from the economy. FIIs are foreign investment institutions, right? As well as with the uncertainty of interest rate not being cut by the Reserve Bank of India. So there is a high possibility of inflation rising again, right? So with all these kind of uncertainties happening across, the markets today have been on quite a pessimistic note, right? They have been quite bearish. Then we looked at IP rings, and IP rings also was provided to you yesterday on the 12th of no, sorry, November, and prices are currently within the range area as where we had expected our community to enter. So this has been the entire watch list. Yes, the markets have been concluded for the day, but nonetheless, right, it is very important to clarify, to make sure that people are able to understand. If anyone has any kind of doubts or any queries when it comes to analysis, or if you have any doubts, you can get back to me, or you can get back to my assistants, and they will be glad enough to help you out. All right, very important to understand. We are making sure in terms of providing you top notch content, but since this content is of high value, we need, we want to look out for only VIPs, people who are willing to take trades, people who are willing to invest with us, invest with dolphin markets, as well as take action by clicking on buttons, clicking on trades, and making money, right? We want to showcase our potential to everyone, and that is the reason for a limited time we have kept the doors open for everyone, right? Who wants to come and see how well Harsh as well as Dolphin Markets have been, in terms of providing profitability. We have been phenomenal, right, in the last 2 months. I hope people are able to understand. Many people also come back to me and asking, Harsh, what is the exact, what is the goal that, or what would be the best part aspect when it comes to, being a part of Dolphin Markets? And the main aspect is to make money, correct? Everyone who is attending this particular live streaming session is coming with the main goal, with the main focus in mind, and that is to make money. That is exactly what we are providing to you. We are providing to you entries of suitable hot stock recommendations, where to enter and where to exit, so that you can make money. Now, people would be asking, all right, that's good. Let me ask you another question. Do you think you want to make small amount of money, or do you want to make a large amount of money, correct? I'm pretty sure majority of you would be saying that yes, Harsh, of course I want to make large amount of money. And it is possible. We have showcased you on our results. All you have to do is be a part of us, attend my live streaming sessions as much as possible. I would make it compulsory for every one of you to attend it on a regular basis, and keep your trading account open, so the moment a trading opportunity is shared to you during the live market hours, of course, that time you are clear. Yes, Harsh has told me to enter at this particular stock at this particular level, and I will enter at the best price so that I can make my 5% targets quickly, right? You can clearly see the Excel sheet that is in front of you. Prices have been achieved, profits have been made, we have been consistent. This is not a trade or two trades or three trades. This has been over 34 trades, right? More than 34 trades over a span of 2 months, attaining a cumulative profitability of 135. How marvelous can it be, right? So utilize this advantage well. All right. In terms of how the markets have concluded for the day, you are quite aware. Yes, been very bearish, and but such phases happen, right? The market is based on probabilities. The market does not run on certainties. If someone out there is telling that I exactly know what to do and when to do, then that person should be well aware that he should be making good amount of money. And I'm pretty sure majority of you who are watching this to some extent have not done well in the past when it comes to financial trading, or who are not well aware when it comes to the resources, the guidance, the knowledge, and the right tools, right, in terms of being successful in the financial markets. And all these attributes are provided by Harsh and Dolphin Markets to you for your benefits. So make use of it, understand the potential that we are able to offer, and utilize it to the best use possible. All right. In terms of, let's looking at how a particular stock area is showcased when it comes to Harsh. We understand that yes, you are providing us with hot stocks, with trading recommendations that have possibility of doing well, right? Now, people would also be interested to understand the reasoning behind it, correct? So first and foremost, let's start with this particular. Let me talk about IP rings, right? So IP rings, as showcased to you, we had provided you IP rings as a trade recommendation, right? A hot stock recommendation yesterday on the 12th of November, right? So we had provided to you an entry at 200, 205, and our 5% target at 210, 250. Let's get back to the charts to understand how we think, how we do our research, how we do our analysis, correct? First and foremost, very important to understand that, for example, about we are talking since we are talking about IP rings, we need to be aware of exactly what the company is about, right? Which sector does it fall into? So we first of all read about the description of the company, right? So IP Rings Limited engages in the provision of manufacture of auto components, right? It has a lot of details after that, but with this particular sentence, we are aware that yes, it is into the manufacturing of auto components. We go back to see that yes, it comes under the producer, manufacturing, and industrial conglomerate sector, correct? So we have got a decent idea that this comes into the manufacturing and auto sector. After that, we quickly go and we check some of the stats that are important for us. As we can see, over the entire course of the year, they have been at an appreciated profitability rate of 40.63. The last 6 months were at 13.57. The quarterly rates were at 15.18. This month, right, the current month has been showcasing a deficit of 12.82, and the week has shown a deficit of 9.71. So we have got an entire an entire assumption in terms of okay, what have been the approximate returns for this company over the span of time, right from the weekly all the way to the yearly returns, correct? Then we come and we look at seasonals, right? Seasonals are important to understand because with seasonals you can get an idea in terms of how this particular company has been performing in the past for the same time period. With the current market conditions, you can clearly see that we would want to focus on the most recent years, right? So today, sorry, this year being 2024, we want to put more emphasis on 2023 and 2022 just to get an entire outline, in terms of, all right, this in the last year around the time of November, the company had, performed in such a particular way. So we try to compare how the past data has been, affecting with the current data, and is there a possibility for price to continue in that direction, right? If you could see the line, the magenta or the maroon color line is 2023, and we have the purple color line which is 2022. I mean, 1 or 2 years are good enough to understand the overall seasonality, right, of a company. You can see for the year 2023 there has been a decline at least till the end of this week, right? So that is also currently that is happening, right? The market for this particular stock has been depreciating in value as well. Even for the year 2022, I hope you can see the purple color line that also has been showcasing a fall, right, all the way till this till the third week of November. So this kind of gives you an idea, an estimate in terms of seasonality. What exactly is seasonality? Seasonality is nothing but repetitions of cycles over a period of time. Like how we have different seasons during the year. We have summer, we have winter, we have autumn, we have spring, correct? So these seasons, plus or minus, always come at the same time each and every year. They might not come on the same date, but they approximately come around the same, period, maybe a couple of weeks plus or minus. Similarly, a company generally has, a bullish phase and a bearish phase during certain times of the year, and this is where the seasonality analysis comes into play. We even look in terms of the technicals. We will talk more about that. Let us look at it quickly from a fundamental aspect, right? Because we need to be aware that are the numbers that are being showcased in terms of its financial reports, are they up to the mark? So let me go and open screener, or let me open ticker tape, right? So I will be typing here IP rings, correct? I typed IP rings, and as you can see, this particular website is marvelous. It's fantastic when it comes to acquiring data based on financial reports, right? So we can see it comes as it is a small cap company, and performance has been low, valuation has been high, growth has been low, profitability has been average, entry point is average, and no red flags, right? No mismanagement or no disputes within the board of members, right? Then we scroll down and we see we have key metrics such as PE, right? Price to earnings ratio, with a deficit of negative 316.59, a price to book value ratio at 2.48, and we can compare it with what the current sector PE is showing as well as the sector BE. So the sector PE is at 38.03, and the sector PB is at 6.62. It has been giving out dividends with almost a yield of 0.5%. Let's look at the income statement. In terms of income statement, since it is into the manufacturing of auto components, we need to be sure that yes, in terms of assets, a company can only grow and can do very well only if its assets, if its revenues are increasing, correct? Because at the end, what is the main purpose of a company? A company provides services and generates profits, correct? So as we can see over the last couple of years, the year 2023, we have been seeing a revenue of 326.64. For financial year 2024, it has slightly fallen down. But if you compare the last 12 months, right? So TTM stands for trailing 12 months. The last consecutive 12 months have been showcasing plus or minus a value that was shown in the year 2023. So revenue has remained plus or minus the same. In terms of earnings per share, we can see that for the year 2023, we were at 1.32, but for the year 2024, it has fallen down, right? It is negative 2.53, and the TTM is at 0.65. In terms of the balance sheet, we want to know whether the assets are increasing and are the liabilities decreasing. So let us see. For the year 2023, the value of the current assets was at 154, and for the year 2024, it has reduced to 151. In terms of current liabilities, we have to make sure that for the year 2023, the value was at 155.62 and has increased to 160. So for the last 2 years, kept into consideration, we are seeing that yes, the assets are reducing and the liabilities have increased slightly, correct? Cash flow in terms of net change in cash, for the year 2023 it was at 2.12, and for the year 2024 it was at 0.71. So there has been a slight decline, but nonetheless it is still net positive. In terms of free cash flow, the value for the year 2023 was at 42.14, and has slightly fallen down to 34.91. So this kind of just gives you an overall depiction that yes, the company still has strong numbers, but currently it is underperforming. All right, it is not performing to the level it should be performing. Once we have a clear idea in terms of the numbers, and we need to make sure based on financial analysis that we are able to understand the intrinsic value. Are we able to get more value for the price we are paying now? That is exactly the meaning of intrinsic value. But since fundamental analysis mainly focuses on people, on investors who take a trade today and they hold, so they buy and hold, right? We call them as buy and hold traders. These kind of trade investors, sorry. So they would want to lock in their capital with a particular stock, with a particular company for a minimum of maybe 3 months to maybe couple of years. We as traders, since we are trying to analyze markets and get returns on a regular basis, on a consistent basis, we focus more on technical analysis, right? But nonetheless, we still focus on financial analysis to get the data to understand how well a company is performing, right? And get an overall idea of the numbers and the health of a company. Once this is identified, then we go back to trading view, which all right, so we go back to trading view and then we try to analyze, all right, what is the charts showing? So we are going to start with the daily time frame. Based on the daily time frame, as you can see, we would first and foremost draw a path, right, to understand the overall swing movement, right? Price had been in an uptrend, correct? I hope people can see the arrow. Let me change the color to green or all right, so I hope people can see my screen, correct? So we have this indicating that it was bullish. After that, we started to see a decline in prices, indicating that prices have started to, have started to correct, they're currently having a bearish sentiment. Once we have identified on the daily the overall swing, and the last candle has to be given importance, because the last candle will signify what exactly has been happening during the day. So for today's candle, as you can see, the prices have closed almost at the level the prices had opened in the morning. So the entire candle, as you can see, the open and the close are plus or minus same. So we call these candle structures as doji, right? DOJY, doji candle. They are basically indecisive candles, not knowing exactly which direction the market wants to go, right? Unlike the previous couple of candles, you can see, for example, this red color candle, it has been quite a big red color candle that showcases that yes, there is heavy bearish pressure for that particular day. In this case, it is the 11th of November. But for today, being the 13th of November, it has been doji, where it signifies indecisiveness. All right. Then we will go to the next lower time frame, which is the 4 hours, correct? Now, in terms of 4 hours, we want to focus on the last structured area. Prices have been creating lower highs and lower lows, right? So let me just mark it. We have lower highs and we have lower lows. We have been having lower highs and lower lows. In terms of the structure, as you can see in the last section, right? Since we have finished with fundamental analysis, whereby we analyze, the financial statements, the bank statements, and the cash flows to get an appropriate idea as to how well the company is doing over the past couple of years. Then we drop down to technical analysis to identify, based on the charts, what are the structures that are currently forming. As you can see, prices were in a bear swing, correct? Let me use the arrow. Prices were in a bear swing. Now that prices have retraced back, for people who have been using different tools, right? Let me give you a small gist about Fibonacci. So if I draw on the last swing from the high to the low, as you can see, for people who can see, this is for people who cannot see, this is the 61.8% Fib, right? Fibonacci retracement. I hope people are aware of Fibonacci retracement, that suggests that price patterns in the world are based on geometrical numbers, right? Geometrical sequences, and 61.8 is also termed to be as the golden number, correct? The golden ratio value. So there is a lot of I can go on and talk about Fibonacci for for a very long time, but since today we are focusing just to understand the overall movement of price when it comes to how we analyze technically, this is the way we do it. So we analyze on the daily, then we come to the 4 hour, and based on the last 4 hour swing, clear the major swing, right? We saw that prices had retraced and had reacted from the 61.8 and are currently correcting. Now that we were aware of what has happened, we can again use a fib to understand in terms of, okay, so prices had come low and have created a high. Currently, prices are right now sitting at the 78.6. So these numbers are also important, right? 61.8, 50, 38.2. Many people will say that, but Harsh, 50 is not a Fibonacci number. Yes, I agree, 50 is not a Fibonacci number, but 50 is the midpoint of two of is the midpoint of a particular parameter. So I'm pretty sure people love equals, correct? I mean, people find, if I give you, for example, if I give you two chocolate bars, right? And if one chocolate bar is smaller than the other chocolate bar, it doesn't look nice. We like things which are equal, right? We like symmetry. So that is exactly why 50 is considered to be a part of the Fibonacci sequence, though mathematically it is not a part of, the Fibonacci sequence. Nonetheless, prices have come to the 78.6 and prices have started to react, correct? Not just prices have come to the 78.6 retracement, but at the same time, prices have also come to an area of support, correct? Prices have come to an area of support, and so we are getting the retracement value of 78.6. We are getting an area of support. So, you have many factors that are giving you a sign that yes, there is a high probability for prices to react, as well as we even have a structure which is called as a head and shoulder pattern. So, for people who are aware what a head and shoulder is, this is exactly what it is, right? It is an inverted head and shoulder, correct? I'm sure people are aware of a head and shoulder, but this is the inverse of a head and shoulder. So, a typical head and shoulder pattern for people who are not aware looks something like this. Let me draw it out to you. A typical head and shoulder patterns will look something like this, correct? Which signifies the shoulder, the left shoulder. Oh, sorry, you cannot see my screen. One second. All right, I hope people can see it now. So I'm just depicting a shoulder, head, shoulder pattern, right? A head and shoulders pattern. So the left pivot depicts the left shoulder. This is the head, and this is the right shoulder, right? So this is a typical head and shoulders pattern. What we can see on the screen is an inverted head and shoulder pattern. So the only difference is, instead of prices creating a shoulder head shoulder pattern, it is creating an inverse. It's creating an inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? I hope people are able to understand. Now coming back to where we were, so we have three factors, right? One was the Fibonacci retracement of 78.6. The other was the support, that is currently where prices are sitting at. And third, we have the inverted head and shoulder pattern. So as you could see, now we have, a confluence of, different factors aligning. Let us put even the MA series to see what it showcases. In terms of MACD, you can clearly see that for now, for the time being, the prices are still slightly bearish, right? It was bullish eventually, but they have entered into the bearish sentiment area based on the histogram. Let us go quickly to the 1 hour and see, is there any other, confluence that we are able to get. Currently, even for the 1 hour, the histogram is not yet in the overbought area, right? We want the moving averages to re-enter the bullish segment. We want the histogram to turn green, and then we will be getting confluence. But nonetheless, this is the overall gist. It is the overall outline when it comes to analyzing how the trades are identified. We analyze the trades based on fundamentals, and we analyze the trades based on technicals. So once the fundamentals and technicals are analyzed, and once we figure out that yes, we can look for an opportunity, then we provide you with the entry and the take profit levels, right? So I hope people have been able to get a clear understanding as to how a typical hot stock is provided to you. What is the reason for selecting a hot stock, and what is the analysis that takes place into consideration before we can provide you with a hot stock, because we want to make sure to provide you a trading opportunity that can make you a good amount of money, correct? We have had really good trades in the past, but nonetheless, people who are clear in terms of yes, Harsh as well as Dolphin Markets are truly providing us with really, top notch quality information, not just information, but money making strategies, right? money making hot stock recommendations. Please understand the value we are providing and please be a part of Dolphin Markets, right? It's going to be available only for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Let me give you today's summary, right? In terms of what we have covered during this particular live streaming session, we covered since we had started after the markets had closed, we looked at the overall watch list, right? When it comes to how the trades have performed, we went through our trade holdings, we went through our watch list to see is there any advancement in terms of what the markets have shown. The markets are closed, but nonetheless we have still analyzed all our watch list pairs in terms of what has happened during the day and as and how the markets have concluded for for today. Then we even looked at Nifty and Sensex, and we had, gone through certain articles, and we had showcased that yes, because of the RBI government not willing to cut interest rates, there is a high probability of increasing inflation rates, and that is having a panic mode in the markets. Right, that is why the markets have gapped down and are falling quite substantially as of today. Then we looked at how we identify certain trades based on fundamentals and technicals. We showcased you with an example, with a real time example. Remember, this particular hot stock was shared yesterday, right? So we had shared IP rings yesterday. We had provided you with the levels of 200, 205 as entry, and 210 and 215 area as target. Based on those entry levels, I reverse engineered in terms of what were the fundamentals and what were the technicals, correct? I hope people have understood. We have tried to connect as many dots as possible to showcase that yes, trading requires a lot of hard work and a lot of commitment in terms of analysis and risk management. Always bear in mind whenever we are looking for a trading opportunity and the moment we provide you with a hot stock, please bear in mind that we always inform to enter with a position size between 10 and 15, correct? We do not want you to put all your eggs in one basket. We want you to manage each and every trade by taking a position size between 10 to 15% of your account size, correct? Everyone is going to have different account sizes, so based upon your risk appetite, you can decide whether you want to go at 10% or 15%. And we have been quite consistent in performing and delivering results, right? So I hope people have made entire usage of this particular live streaming session. I know people are here with the main goal of making money, and this is exactly what we are providing. We are providing you with levels as to where to enter, which stock to enter, and also where to exit so you can capitalize on profits. All right, so hopefully, I will be seeing you for the next live streaming session where we will be talking more about technical analysis, right? We are going to be providing you more information about the advanced concepts when it comes to technical analysis. So I hopefully should be seeing all of you for the next live streaming sessions as well. All right, so I would like to conclude this live streaming session. Please do not forget whom you're talking to. It's very easy to remember, and I keep saying it again and again to all my viewers, to all my customers, that when Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear, right? When Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear. All right, I hope you had a great afternoon, and I will be seeing you for the third live streaming session soon. All right, then, until then, namaste, and I'll see you later. Bye bye, and take care.